Emerging markets is very interesting in that there's lots of different countries, different jurisdictions, barriers to entry. They keep out a lot of other investors, and so those that can navigate that environment can be rewarded quite generously. We're very adept at navigating this type of environment. We often talk about it as like operational alpha.
What we're really trying to assess when we study market structure is identifying risks. We want to find ways to enter the market, but not at any cost. If we can eliminate those risks, we'll work to find ways to change what happens in the markets. If it's consistent with a PM's view on a particular country, there's a lot of opportunities that portfolio managers may not look at that we can identify through our process. That's when that piece really comes together and the idea generation comes from the trading desk.
Trading is a very valuable part of the investment process. You don't want the market to necessarily dictate when or how you're executing. To the extent that you can actually have control, that's what you want to do.
There's a lot of inefficiencies in the market structure, in the way things trade. Identifying these inefficiencies and taking advantage of them is labor intensive. If we spend the time setting up markets without adding any additional risks or transaction costs, that to me represents operational alpha.
We try to operate across the liquidity spectrum. So we're looking at foreign exchange, sovereign credit spreads, local interest rates, and corporate credit spreads. I guess overall, we're dealing mostly with government bonds, and those markets tend to be some of the deepest and most liquid. But I think that there's like a really important point we're very mindful of. We need to make sure that we're compensated properly for the liquidity profile of any type of investment that we're taking.
There are markets in the world where there are illiquidity premiums, and that doesn't mean there's not an ability to transact, but it is an opportunity when we see those illiquidity premiums to come into a market and work with local market participants, whether that's in an anonymous way, in a disclosed way. We always want to be expanding the investment universe, even if it's not an investment we would make today, knowing that it can take years to make changes to eliminate these risks, if there's not a way that we can do it under our existing capabilities.
Often you think about trading as being something that happens towards the end of the process, but really the capabilities of one's trading desk defines your universe. So it really sits right at the front of the process as well for us.